This is a tutorial for you to see how to use App Inventor, which is a really user-friendly tool to make Android apps, and it's made by Google and MIT. So to go there, you go to appinventor.mit.edu, and it actually saves all your projects on the network, so you don't have to install anything on your computer, as long as you're not going to emulate the app on your computer. So you go to the App Inventor site and it's here. And what I want to do is create. So when I do start creating, it's going to ask what Google account I want to use. In your case, I'm not sure if it's going to ask or not, because maybe you've never used it before. But in the end, you don't have to create an account. You just use one of your existing Google accounts. So I'm going to use my school Google account. So I choose that. And then just put in my school password. And say yes, I'm allowing. Okay. Okay, continue. And actually it goes right to the last project I was making, but I don't want this project, so I'll go to my projects. And what you'll see, since it's the first time you're using it, you'll just see a blank list here, and you're going to make a new project, so you put new project. And then you're going to work on your app. So, like for example, remember my missing jacket report app? Well, I'm gonna make the screens for that. So I'm gonna call it my project missing jacket report. And when you name it, you can't put spaces. So it's just going to be like missing jacket report, all one word. And I say okay, and there it is. And I click on it, and it's going to go to the app. You can see that the screen looks kind of like a smartphone screen, and so we're going to build the app inside this smartphone screen. You can see our app has more than one screen. So the first screen is just a title screen with three options, three buttons, which are file a missing jacket report, play missing jacket detective, lost and found, admin. So this is a pretty easy screen to make. First thing we'll do is we'll put the title at the top, missing jacket report. So we can make a title with a label. So we'll put a label at the top, and we fill in the label text here. It says text for label 1. Instead of text for label 1, we'll write missing jacket report, which is the name of our app. And if we want to make it a little bit bigger, we could make it like font size, I don't know, 18. Maybe we need a little bigger, maybe 20. And then text alignment, it's aligned to the left right now, but we want to put it in the center, so I'll put center.
So now if I just want to put this missing jacket report title in the middle, I changed it to center text alignment, but that didn't do it yet. I need to change the width to fill parent, and that'll make it fill the whole screen. Then I need to put three buttons, right? And the buttons were file a missing jacket report, play missing jacket detective, and lost and found admins. So the first one's file a missing jacket report. So I just grab a button, I'm going to put it right underneath there, and I'm going to title it file a missing jacket report. Okay, and then I just click outside the box and it's done. And then I'm going to make two more of these buttons here. And then I just change the titles of the buttons. I think this one was called something like admin. This was called play missing jacket game. Now I'm going to show you how to use this thing on the left called layout. Layout, these aren't actual buttons or anything. These just help you arrange buttons and fill in blanks and things. If you want to make a horizontal row of buttons like 1, 2, 3, then you would use horizontal arrangement. In this case, we're making a vertical stack of 3 buttons, and if we want to arrange those in more neatly, we could put a vertical arrangement, and then we just put everything inside of the vertical arrangement, all 3 buttons inside. And then if I want to center this, I just click on vertical arrangement, and I change the width to fill parent, and then I do horizontal alignment for center, and then it's all in a line. Okay, now we're going to make the second screen. If you remember, it's like a missing jacket game here. We're going to make this screen here where we make a matching game with jackets on the left and descriptions on the right. So to do that, we need to make another screen. So we do add screen, and we're going to say game, and then we'll change the screen to the game screen. Appears here under screen. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a canvas, because let's go here to where it says drawing and animation, because when you do a drag and drop matching game, you need to have an area where you can move other images inside, and the way you do that is with a canvas. So in the canvas, well, we're going to make the canvas as wide as the screen, so we're going to say fill parent, and we're going to make it about 300 pixels tall, which is about half the screen. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I want to make the width fill parent, and then I want to make the height about 300. Okay, and then I want to I have saved a bunch of pictures of jackets and buttons on my computer. I downloaded them from the internet, and I'm going to put them into App Inventor so I can access them. I saved them in a folder here on my computer, and I am going to click on each one. Maybe I can only do one at a time. Yeah, maybe I can just do one at a time. So I'll upload the first one. Okay. And then I'm just going to go through and I'm going to upload each one of these. Now that I've prepared this canvas, I'm going to put some pictures on here, pictures that move, because it's going to be a matching game where you can drag and drop them with your finger. And those moving pictures are called sprites. If you remember in Scratch, we also called them sprites. So for example, I'm going to have a column of jackets here on the left, and then I'll have labels on the right, and they're going to be matched together. The way you assign a picture to this sprite is you go over to the right, and then you say picture, and then you choose one of the pictures that you already have here. Like in this case, we'll take the jacket, the sea jacket, and it's kind of big, so we adjust the size by going down here to width, and we'll say about 45 pixels, and we'll go to the height, and we'll say about 45 pixels, and we made it a little bit smaller, and we'll just position it where we want. And so we'll do that with the remainder of these also. So you can see how it looks now that I changed all the sprites into jackets on the left side, and I changed the sprites on the right to labels. And so basically the way you play the game is you take the jacket and you drag it onto the label, or vice versa, and then you match the games up. So the game screen is pretty much designed. The only other thing maybe we want to do is we want to maybe put a title, and then we just do that by putting a label here, just like we did with the other screen. Okay, last of all, we're going to make this screen here, which allows you to fill in your email address and the jacket color, jacket size. So we do make one more screen for that. So to do that, we're going to arrange some titles here on the left and some input boxes here on the right. And to do that, the best thing to use is table arrangement. And so we're going to say that, you know, it's like 2 columns. Left column would be the title and the right column would be the input boxes. And the rows, there would be about 4 boxes. Okay. And then we'll just put titles into the left side. So here you can see on the left side I've filled it in with 4 labels, and I named the first label your email address, your second one jacket color, third one jacket size, and this last one I'm going to name it jacket description. And then on the right side I'm going to put different kinds of input boxes. The first one's going to be a text box, which is just, you know, fill in your email address. The next one is going to be a list picker, which means I'm going to give some colors to choose. And then on this right side we put a fill in the blank box for the email address, and then we put a list picker, which is like a pull down menu which has some options. We'll do that for color and for size. And then jacket description would be another fill in the blank box. And then finally we put a last button here, which is going to be our submit button. And then here at the top we'll put a title. The way you fill in the options for list picker is you go to this box that says elements from string, and then you put the options. So like here, for example, jacket color, I put the options blue, yellow, red, and so that'll give you 3 options for that. For example, jacket size, we could put small, medium, large, extra large. Okay, and then if we want to fill in something like for your email address, we could give a hint, and we could say something like name at eac.com.br or something like that. And then jacket description, we could say like fill in with brand and style. And then for the text button we could say we're going to call it submit. And then for the top it has the text. We could call this the title of the screen, which would be something like maybe like register a lost jacket, register a lost jacket, or report a lost jacket. Now once you get a few of these screens done, in order to contribute them to your group's work, you just go to your snipping tool, and then you cut out the screen. Okay, and then you go to there's a Google Doc referenced from the class site, and you go into the Google Doc and you go to the page for your group. Here's the page for my group, and then I just put my screen image here. You see I just put it right next to the model here. You don't have to have the model, you could just put the screen image there. And then I'll go back to the page and grab the other 2 images. So here you can see that I have pasted the 3 screens that I've created in the Google Doc that's referenced from the class site. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to contribute your work to the developers that are going to make the app. And so to do that, we just go to My Projects, and then we go to this is the name of the app that we made. We just go here to Projects, and we're going to do Export Selected Project to My Computer. And when you do that, let's just then you're going to be able to send it to your developer. So you just do Export Selected Project AIA to My Computer.